everybody, today I am going to be showing you the things that I have purchased since moving into my house. So I have been in this house for about 3 weeks, 3.5-ish weeks, and needs arose. There were things that needed to be purchased. Now, you might be wondering a few things. Number one, you moved house? You bought a house? I did. I bought my own house. If you were wondering about the details of that, I have a video that shows the process of me buying this house and showing you an empty house tour, and that is linked in the card thingy, and I'll link it down below. But also, you might be wondering, I just filmed a very, very similar looking video, but the walls were not wood paneled before. That is because that was filmed in my dining room, and we've moved the books into my now office, which wasn't being used before and is now here. So the same books are here. They're the only books that aren't in boxes because the box for this one broke. Somebody didn't believe me on my last video, so here's proof that that box broke and it was very stressful. But that's why suddenly it looks like the exact same background, but slightly different. This wood paneling is gonna come down, which I know is controversial. I've already gotten loads of messages from people being like, please tell me you're gonna leave that up. And I'm not, because first of all, I just don't like it, and that's enough of a reason. But secondly, it hasn't been done well, / it's been left alone for so long that it's sagging, bubbling, ripping, nails are coming out of it, the edges were done really poorly, so it looks better on camera than it does in real life. But let's jump in! So I'm gonna show you the things that I bought. I'm very excited. There was an added element of stress in that the first 2 weeks that we were here in Nova Scotia, we had to do a 2-week quarantine. And so I was ordering a lot of things online and just hoping that they would be dropped off at my front door instead of dropped off to the mail, like to the post office, because I'm not allowed to go to the post office. And so there I was just like, fingers crossed, please deliver to the house. And some of them did, and some of them didn't. But I have them all now, and let's jump in. So I think the first thing that I ordered were these boots. So these are hunter rain boots or rubber boots, and my land that I own, it has a river, and it's amazing. It's gorgeous, but it's also muddy, and there's a whole swaths of it out there that are just, you know, muddy and gross. When I moved to this house, even though we got here early December or late November, there was still no snow. It was just muddy outside and stuff. So I picked these up and I love them so much. And honestly, it just feels like a dream to me that I live in a situation in which I do need rubber boots. Like the fact that I get to slosh around in mud and have a river is so much fun. And I decided to invest in these. You know, these are expensive, but I decided to just treat myself to some boots that I really love because I know I'm genuinely going to be using these until they fall apart. My house is rural. I live rurally, and this is gonna be perfect for when I need to just go outside for a second or do a task outside, or it's like rainy, which it has been. And then let's just go to these. They're so ugly. I'm kind of scared to show you. I got these pink fuzzy Crocs. So they're hideous. Crocs are ugly. But this house is old. It hasn't been lived in for a very long time, and it has not been taken care of. Additionally, it's completely carpeted in gross carpet. So you can imagine the combination of being abandoned for a long time, having carpet in every room. All of the carpets are disgusting. Even though we vacuum them and everything, I am going to be tearing them all up. But you say that, and you say that about a million things. You're like, yeah, I'm going to take the wood paneling down. Yeah, I'm going to repaint that. Yeah, I'm going to tear the carpets up. Yeah, no, we're going to do that. Yeah, we're going to fix that door. And it's a million things, and they don't all happen at once. So I am going to tear the carpet up, but when? I'm not too sure. So my mom had a pair of Crocs that she very smartly brought in the car that we drove over here in. And we were all using her Crocs, like in the middle of the night to go to the washroom or to just step into the kitchen. And I was like, that's it. I'm getting us all Crocs. I mean, they're fake. They're fake Crocs. And I got the fuzzy kind because they're basically my house slippers that I don't, that I'm okay getting gross with this carpet and everything. But yeah, these were just a very practical decision, but I honestly, I'm very pleased with them. Like waking up in the morning, putting on, eventually I would like to get some nicer slippers, but right now they're so perfect. Putting them on in the morning to go to the washroom, to walk around before I get ready, before I go out as my indoor shoes. It's perfect. Okay, and then the next thing I got was a necessity, and it was this fleece. So I love this so much. This is, it's so me. I was talking to my best friend and I was like, look at this new fleece that I got. And she was like, literally just assumed that you had that forever, Ariel, because it's so you. It just fits perfectly in. And I was like, right? It's so colorful. It's Columbia brand. Another thing about our 2-week quarantine was we didn't have heat. No heat. So the house was quite cool. I did have sweaters and stuff, but I didn't have anything, and it sounds very specific, but I didn't have anything that had a zipper at the front, and I really just wanted to have something that I could like zip on, zip off, instead of having to pull over, which sounds like it's not a big deal. These are obviously first world problems, but with my glasses and my hair, it's really annoying to be taking sweaters on and off like that, and I just wanted something I could easily throw on like this, but also fleece is so warm. I wanted something that was really warm to keep me warm as I was like going around the house. The first day that our quarantine was over, we had a guy come over and he fixed the furnace, which is a miracle, and that guy is my best friend now. But yeah, this is my new best friend. I'm living in this. It's just so comfortable, and the color, it's perfect. Before I start on the furniture, which I'm so excited to walk you through, I want to thank today's sponsors so much for sponsoring this video and show you guys Care Of. Care Of is a wellness brand that makes it easy to get the right vitamins, supplements, and protein for your life. They help you build and stick to a plan that's right for you, and I was so excited that they reached out. I'd seen other people talk about it here on YouTube, and I was like, I really want to try that. And it was so much fun. Okay, first of all, you do a quiz. Who doesn't love a quiz? I had so much fun with my quiz. I don't know if it's just like that thing in me that was like grew up doing quizzes in teen magazines, but I so enjoyed doing this quiz. It took like 5 minutes, and it just asked me about myself, my lifestyle, my health, my priorities, my health goals. And by filling that all out, here's my little pamphlet, they recommend certain vitamins for me to take. This is your daily vitamins, pre-portioned out. Oh! Like this. So first of all, it says my name, which is such a nice touch. My mom is obsessed with it. This is the kind of thing that helps someone like me who has no routine build a routine, because you just remember to pull your thing out, eat it every day, and you're done. This is a crazy time of year in a very crazy year, just generally. And the idea of prioritizing my health in a year that has been impossible to prioritize my health in a simple way that helps me get a routine, makes me feel like I'm doing something to take care of my body, is so valuable. Plus, it's adorable. I'm obsessed with this. It reminds me of like little tea bags, or this feels like the future that I want. Try out the quiz. I had so much fun doing it, and then use my code, which is here and down below, to get 50% off of your first offer. Clicking that supports my channel. Doing the quiz is fun, and thank you so much to Care Of for helping me out and for supporting the channel and giving me this amazing, I'm obsessed with these. Taking this every day has been so great. Let's talk furniture. So before we moved, I sold almost all of my furniture. The only piece of furniture that I kept was my iconic blue chair. I sold my desk, I sold my bed, I sold everything I owned because I really felt, first of all, I couldn't afford to bring it. Like, it was so expensive to ship stuff, so I just was like, I've got to shed as much as I can. You watched me purge my books. Like, I tried to get rid of as much as I could. But secondly, a lot of that furniture that I had felt like a very early 20s, even teenager version of me that would buy that kind of furniture. And I felt like my style had really changed, and I wanted to come to this house and understand, like, what is the kind of mood that I want for this house? This old house doesn't need excessive IKEA furniture. So we got here, I had no furniture, and immediately a couple of problems arose. Do you know how difficult it is to live a life without a chair? Not good. Let alone a couch. Like, I'm not even worrying about couches right now. Chairs. So I bought 2 chairs. So this one right here, they're the exact same. I bought these 2 chairs and I got them off of curbside pickup. So I was doing my quarantine. I couldn't talk to anyone or see anyone. So what I did was I would like find stuff on Facebook Marketplace, message the people and be like, hi, I'm in quarantine. I can e-transfer you the money. Can you leave the furniture at the end of your driveway? And they were like, yeah. So I would e-transfer the money, then just drive by, pick up the chairs and drive away, which was perfect. So I got these 2 chairs and I'm obsessed with them. I really want to redo them. Kind of, they're in rough condition, but I got them for so cheap that I don't care at all. They're beautiful. So I'm gonna sand them and repaint them. I don't know what color I'm gonna repaint. I'm thinking light blue would be beautiful, but we'll see. And then in the exact same vein, I got these 2 little tables. They are way smaller than I thought they were gonna be. But it's fine. They're really, really cute and they serve the purpose that I need them for. I have one next to the door where obviously I'm like keeping my keys and stuff, and I'm using just another one upstairs for now just as a place to put stuff. They're really cute, adorable little tables. I wish they were taller. I could make them taller. So anyway, we're gonna figure that out, but I think they're really cute. And again, it was just nice to have a couple tables, couple of chairs, because we literally were like, where do we put our stuff? Where do we sit in this house? Okay, the next things are so cute. I want to scream. Oh my god. Okay, so we'll start with this microwave that I cannot really hold up. It's very heavy. It is so cute. Okay, I'm gonna put in overlays anyway so I don't have to carry that. It is my dream microwave. It is so adorable. I am absolutely obsessed with this microwave. My kitchen is so ugly right now. Like, I cannot even, like, carpeted, which is disgusting, but also just gross. It's just ugly and horrible. And it kind of feels sad to have such gorgeous, like microwave and toaster and things and kettle in there. But it's fine. Eventually that kitchen is gonna be beautiful and these are gonna fit right in. As I was going to buy this microwave, they got me. They got me good. They had a matching toaster. And honestly, it was too cute to pass up. And I was like, you know what? You don't really need a toaster. A toaster is not a priority. But then I had this nightmare that they would sell out of this toaster in the next few months by the time I was like, yeah, I want to get this toaster. And I was like, if I get a toaster, which I'm going to want and need, I am going to want this toaster. And so I may as well just bite the bullet and buy it now, and then I'll have the matching set and I'll just recover financially eventually. The last thing I want to show you is a book. The first book that I ever bought for this house that was delivered to this house, a monumental moment. And it is Dog Poems by Mary Oliver. So one of my favorite, I think it's actually in my poetry section, which I disagree with. It should be in my favorite book section, but my favorite collection of poetry of all time is Blue Horses by Mary Oliver. I love Mary Oliver's writing. I think that she is, I mean, I'm not saying anything original by saying that she's amazing. Everyone knows she's amazing. This year, I read another one of her collections and adored it, and I thought it was so beautiful. And I was like, I can't get enough of Mary Oliver. I just want to keep buying more and more. So I bought this collection, mainly because I was like, Blue Horses, dog songs, similar thing. But I think that I didn't realize that these poems are genuinely about dogs. It says that it's a celebration of the special bond between human and dog as understood through the poet's relationship to the canines that have accompanied her daily walks, warmed her home, and inspired her work. So that's beautiful. I have 2 dogs. I will insert clips here of those said dogs. And I don't know, I'm happy for some odes to these dogs. Oh, and there's pictures and everything. It's going to be very gorgeous. I wanted to give this monumental occasion the first book purchased for this home. Here it is. Perfect. The final thing that maybe I'll insert a little clip of here is I bought laundry machines. So, it is so so expensive to own a house, especially because I bought this house, which is very cheap. Cheap. It's a cheap house. What does that mean? It's still the most expensive thing I'll ever buy. But one of the reasons that it was so cheap was because it didn't have any appliances. No fridge, no stove, obviously no microwave, no laundry machines, no dishwasher. It doesn't have anything. It's just an old, lonely house. And so I am having to slowly purchase all of the appliances. And it was hard to rank what I should get first. Sofa, like literally there's so many things. But I decided to get little laundry machines first, which sounds crazy, but over a fridge, because we have a mini fridge. My parents brought a mini fridge in their trailer when we moved across the country. And we have a mini stove. And so even though they're not luxurious, those are covered. We're okay. Whereas our laundry was piling up. We had all of this dirty laundry from our trip. And obviously we could use a laundromat. But the idea of using a laundromat during COVID didn't seem the most responsible, especially if I can afford to buy laundry machines, which I'm going to want eventually anyways. And we'd seen some ticks in the area, which is terrifying because obviously ticks spread Lyme disease. And so the best way to fight ticks, well, I mean, there's a lot of different techniques that you can do, but one of the most effective ways is just at the end of the day, if you spent a long day outside, throw your clothing into the dryer, do a hot cycle, and that will kill any ticks that are there. So we wanted this tool just to make sure that we were safe. Additionally, a bunch of our stuff got wet on the journey, which was a bummer. And a lot of the things that got wet were these giant things, like my duvet, all of our blankets, our towels. So we had all these giant loads to do. And I was like, it's okay. I need to buy laundry machines eventually anyways. I will just do that now. So in the spirit of that, I would really like to thank my sponsor again, Care Of, for sponsoring this video. All of this money is going directly to helping me buy these appliances, do the renovations and refurbishments, pay the guy who fixed the furnace, pay the guy who gave me oil to make the furnace work. Like, all of these upfront costs that I'm having to do to make this house livable. I really appreciate that. And I really appreciate all of my patrons that support me over on Patreon. I am so excited about my Patreon. First of all, I've just loved that community for years. It's such lovely support over there. But also, now that I'm like undertaking this whole home renovation chapter of my life, I'm making specific home renovation content over there. So if you are interested in checking that out, I will link that down below, and I thank everyone who joins. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. It was a bit of fun just to show you like what are these first initial purchases that I've made. Since then I've bought a desk and a fridge. And I'm sure I'm going to show you all of that as the process of this home goes on. And yeah, I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.